All right, so today I'd like to review the StealthGear Revolution. It is an inside the waistband holster, and it is a Kydex, sort of a hybrid holster. So let's just talk through it. The StealthGear Revolution, this one is for my Walther PPS M2, and it's got a Kydex shell that is screwed on to a sort of a rubber flexible backing. Now the backing does have holes cut into it for breathability, to help to kind of not make the holster kind of clammy. Some leather holsters with a leather backing will tend to do that, from what I understand, as they get a little wet with sweat throughout the day. This one is just doesn't absorb moisture at all, so it's pretty nice from that standpoint. It comes with two plastic P clips, and these clips ride over the belt and your pants. They are tuckable. It is a tuckable holster, so you can fit your shirt kind of down between the clip on the outside and the gun and the holster on the inside. And that feature works very well. The clips have two positions on the plastic clips themselves, and the holster has three positions for placing the clips. You can use this to adjust the ride height and the cant of the holster. I've got it adjusted so that it rides quite high. I'm a pretty tall person, so it's not an issue for me to have the gun riding a little bit higher, and it does help to it's a little more comfortable not to have the whole body of the gun down inside of my pants when I'm seated. So it's just a comfort issue for me. But you can adjust the ride height quite a bit, and the cant, you could give it a pretty aggressive cant with this amount of adjustment if you wanted to. The the holster's retention is a friction retention system. Let me just show you what that looks like with this Walther. We're going to go ahead and make sure that it's clear. Magazine's empty. Chamber's empty. So when we put it in, it does cover the trigger guard completely in the front and mostly in the back. There's some people that would argue that that's not completely covered, but in my book it is. It partially covers the muzzle. StealthGear claims that it covers the muzzle fully, but it doesn't completely cover the end once the gun kind of pushes the rubber out. In terms of retention, we can shake this gun quite a bit up and down, and if you shake it hard enough, it will come out, but you have to get really vigorous with it. The friction retention is stout enough that I'm comfortable with that. I've never had it come loose on me or felt like it was going to come out or readjust itself in the holster. I can adjust the friction tension by tightening these screws down. There are these rubber, let me zoom in here, these rubber kind of washers that are pretty thick, and so as you tighten down on the screws, those rubber washers will kind of bulge out and compress more and squeeze the gun harder between the backing and the Kydex. And the only downside that I've noticed to this holster is that StealthGear recommends that you don't leave the holster in like a hot vehicle in the summertime. So this has led me once or twice to have to take the gun out of the holster and leave the gun in the car if I was somewhere that I couldn't take a gun inside. And I'm not too crazy about that with this carry gun because it doesn't have an external manual safety. I don't really like to just take it out of the holster while it's loaded because of that. But if you plan ahead and you know where you can and can't carry, that shouldn't be an issue. And since then, I've just I found workarounds. So, but if you're planning to use this to just kind of put it on and carry the gun the whole day, and you're not planning to go somewhere that you have to unarm yourself, this holster does work well for that. One thing that I did forget to mention is that the back only has cutouts where there is no gun. What I mean by that is that where the slide is, there are no cutouts for breathability. This is to try to help prevent moisture from getting to the slide and causing it to corrode or rust. It works really well, and it's been very comfortable for me to wear. StealthGear does make a different holster if you're wanting something with a little more padding on the back. I typically am more comfortable wearing this with an undershirt or with a t-shirt tucked in behind it between me and the backing. But I have worn it without a t-shirt with the backing up against my body without any real issue for the whole day. But if your skin's a little more sensitive, or if that's something that might irritate you, they do make the vent core model that's got fabric on the back side, but still has the breathability holes cut in it. So give that a look. That vent core though does run about twice the price of the Revolution. And I haven't had an issue with using the Revolution yet versus the vent core. So this is the StealthGear Revolution for the PPS M2. That's it. Thanks for watching.